This video is for the multi-step trigonometry problems. This is going to be lesson 512 notes. So we're going to look at Pythagorean theorem problems, non-right triangle problems, and area problems. So let's start with Pythagorean theorem. It says find the tangent ratio for angle M, and then find the measure of angle M. So tangent is TOA, opposite and adjacent. So we're looking for angle M here. So the opposite side is that 56, the adjacent side is the 65. Oh, that is not right. You'll see what I did? There's a right angle there. That's a hypotenuse. So I need the adjacent side. I need this side. So I can use Pythagorean theorem to find that. That's the converse. Okay? So the measure of the adjacent side, LM. LM is going to equal the square root of 65 squared minus 56 squared. So let's do that in the calculator. So it's just Pythagorean theorem. We have to use that first before we can do anything else because we need the missing sign. All right, try that again. So 65 squared minus, I knew that was going to happen, minus 56 squared gives me 33. So LM, which is the adjacent side, is 33. So the ratio, the tangent of M, is going to be opposite over the adjacent, which is that 33. And then to find the measure of angle M, that's when we use the inverse. 56 over 33. So that one would be like 59.5 degrees. Okay. Find the cosine ratio for Q. So cosine is chi. We need opposite or adjacent and hypotenuse. So here's the hypotenuse, but I don't have the adjacent side. But again, I can use Pythagorean theorem because I've got two sides. So PQ is equal to 50 squared minus 48 squared, or the square root of that. So 50 squared minus 48 squared. So PQ, this side here is going to measure 14. So again, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, so here's adjacent over the hypotenuse. And then to find the measure of that angle, I do the inverse. There we go. So 14 over 50. So angle Q is going to measure about 73.7 degrees. So sometimes you can't just jump in with those trig ratios. You have to use something else to find some missing pieces first. All right, find the length of the missing side. Round your answer to the nearest 10. So the missing side here is x. So to find that side is a hypotenuse. Okay? So if we look at what we have, we've got, well, it's a hypotenuse based on the height. Okay? We don't know the total, this right here. So we only know 38 is just this side here. So I could split this into the two right triangles. I have enough information to find this piece. So let's call that piece y. So y would be opposite of the angle and 38 would be adjacent. So I could do the tangent of 39 equals opposite, we don't know what the opposite is, over the adjacent. Okay, so let's menu 3-1 this one. Tangent of 39 equals y over 38, comma y. So we're going to say that y is about 30.8. So now if I go to this other little triangle here, this would be the hypotenuse. With this angle measure, this would be still the opposite. So if I have opposite and hypotenuse, that's sine. So the sine of 60 is going to equal the opposite, which is y, but we know what y is, 30.8 over the hypotenuse. So again, let's just do mini 3-1 on this one. Sine of 60 equals 30.8 over x. And the measure of x would be about 35.6 when we round. So you guys can't see that. Okay, find the measure of angle T. So I've got this angle measure. I don't have a measurement here. I need this angle measure. I don't have an angle measurement there. So what we can do, we can find some missing sides here. So we can use that law of cosines. So let me pull that law of cosines really quick. Okay, so c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine of c. Okay, so when you have two sides and you have an angle measure, cosine, law of cosines. So that means this has to be my c, okay? This side is going to be my c, and we're going to make, it doesn't matter which one's a and b. And then this is the side c. That's what we're looking for, okay? So c squared equals a squared is 54, b squared is 42, 2a b, oh, that's 42. And then cosine of c is 40.1. It was a long formula. So we should be able to, let's try menu 3-1 on this one. So c squared equals 54 squared plus 42 squared minus 2 times 54 times 42 cosine 40.1 comma c, because that's what we're looking for. And it gives us, that's about right. C is going to be 34.8. Okay, so that gives me this side. If I want to find this angle measurement, okay, all of these now change. So we're going to say this is 34.8. This is now my big C. This is now my little c. Okay, because we're looking for the angle measure now, and the angle measure has to be c. Doesn't matter which ones of these are a and b. Same formula, little c. So that's going to be a 42 now. A is a 54. B plus 34.8 minus 2 times A times B. I'm running out of room. And then times, I'm just going to do the cosine here. Cosine of angle C. Okay, so menu 3-1. So we've got 42 squared equals 54 squared plus 34.8 squared minus 2 times 54 times 34.8 cosine of angle C, comma C. Very tedious, okay? Lot of little pieces. So this would be 51 degrees. Okay, now if we have two sides and an angle, so this is going to be area, okay? So we've got an area formula, and it's this SAS, side angle side formula for area, okay? 1/2 AB sine of C. So in this triangle that we have here, This would be angle C. It doesn't matter which one's A or B. But we can use this formula. So 1/2, A is 8, B is 6, and then the sine of C is 87 degrees. So we can just plug everything into these formulas. And those are the easy ones. When we just plug values into a formula, those are a little bit easier to work with other than the equations. And so again, this is for area. And if I round to the nearest tenth, this would round up to 24. So the area of that triangle is about 24, and then we're measuring in centimeters, so centimeters squared. Okay, that's if we have side angle side. We've also got Heron's formula, which is this. Okay? That little s that you see is this ratio here. So we have to find that before we do anything else. So looking at how this is set up, this would be little a, this would be little b, this would be little c. So s in this case would be 7.5 plus 14 plus 8 over 2. And that's going to give us 14.75. Absolutely type that in the calculator. For time's sake, I'm just not doing it here. Then we can plug it into this. So again, a very long formula, but it's just plug and chug. So S is 14.75 times S minus A, and then S minus B, and then S minus, oh, I flipped those. It should work. It should work. Even though I flipped the B and the C, it should work. Order of operations should make it work. If not, we will flip them back. Okay, 14.75, and we have 14. Try that again. 14.75 minus 7.5 minus 8. And that is right. So the area of this one is about 23 point, that one would round to a 3, and then this is inches, so inches squared. So that's it for this video.